what took time was educating people about hair extensions. Because conceal करना होता है under eye, तो you conceal with makeup, right? Which is normal.
Yeah.
Same, अगर hair loss हो रहा है और आपको conceal करना है, तो why feel ashamed of that?
Yeah.
So I wanted to change that.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Blinkit Pitstop, our online series where we speak to founders of emerging brands. Today we have Parul Gulati with us, who is an actress and the founder of Nish Hair. Nish Hair is a brand that sells hair droppers, hair extensions and other hair products. And we learn more about all of that from PG today.
Hey, AG. AG meets PG, guys.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm very well. मेरे को सबसे पहले तो ये पूछना था आपसे कि आपकी comic timing इतनी सही कैसे? I watched that Shark Tank episode and I know the judges asked you ये आपका full time Nish Hair is full time or not? And you said yes, it's full time. And then they said, what about acting? You said that's also full time. And they said, how can both be full time? And you said, well, एक acting मेरी शादी है और ये मेरा बच्चा है. Of course they're both full time. तो उनकी बोलती बंद हो गई. And there are lots of such moments on the show where your comic timing was perfect. ये कहाँ से आया?
मैंने ऐसा कुछ प्लान नहीं किया था, but I think when you're very sure of something ना, you kind of find a way to have fun with it. So I was just having fun.
Yeah.
And because I love Nish Hair so much, I have seen Shark Tank since I was a little girl, and I would always see that what if one day I could go here and
You used to watch the American show.
Yes. So I was living a dream, and I was like, it won't be worth it if I'll be nervous. I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a little nervous, but I was like, I don't want nervousness to take it over and be a hindrance in having a moment of lifetime.
You were great. You were great on that episode.
Thank you.
So let's travel back in time to before even you started Nish Hair, right? You were also an actress. I mean, after all, that's your first love. How that starting a business is a challenging and unusual choice to make. So is choosing to be an actress. When did you decide that is something you wanted to pursue?
I think acting chose me. I'm from Rohtak, I'm from Haryana. I got selected on Facebook to be in a television show. And somebody just messaged me and I googled, ये क्या होता है? Google भी was not like कि phone पे था. I had a डब्बे वाला computer.
Somebody found your, like a regular photo with your friends.
तो I started posting photos on Facebook. और वहाँ मेरा भाई नहीं था. तो I just got a message and वो बस DSLR था और मैंने selfie डाली थी तभी DSLR से. छोटा वो जो silver, not DSLR, sorry, digital camera, silver digital camera.
We're talking 2003-4.
No, 9.
9, okay.
9 में मैंने बनाया, तभी message आया. By 10 I was here. I just took a selfie like that, and that selfie got me to Mumbai.
Wow, what a story!
I know.
And you had no plans. You had no plans to pursue.
I was in school, okay.
And if acting hadn't happened, what would you be doing?
मैं शायद वो लड़की होती जो घर से भाग जाती और कुछ करती.
अकेले किसी के साथ?
किसी के साथ. I love myself too much.
So you were in Bombay 2009, and I know you started Nish Hair. You thought about Nish Hair in 2016, but only started in 2017. So tell us about your journey in Bombay as an actress from 2000 to 2016. What was tough about it? What was exhilarating about it?
Because I was so young when I came. I didn't have that full-on college life.
Right.
Where I would make friends. You learn so much in college. I was in all-girls school. There was no exposure.
You were in what class when you moved to Bombay?
I just entered 12th when I came, and मैंने पूरी 12th भी नहीं attend की. 12th में तो I think 11th puberty hit me, and I was just this person that I look nice. I deserve to have a cool life. And I come from a very humble background, very humble background. So for me, the only thing was I want to make something of my own. One day I want to be the coolest person, most popular person in the room.
And did you have any role models around you that made you think that? Yeah, ऐसा नहीं था.
I think जब आप बहुत नीचे से आते हो ना, तभी आपको लगता है कि हमें ऊपर बहुत जाना है, तो वो आपकी इंस्पिरेशन, आपकी सराउंडिंग्स बन जाती है कि मतलब यहाँ तो नहीं रहना यहाँ तो नहीं रहना, यहाँ से तो कोई बहुत बड़ी जगह जाना है. And I was not in I was a dysfunctional family. There were so many things. Everybody was busy in their own life, and I only wanted like something of my own. I just don't know. I wanted something.
And was that something of your own? Did you know that was going to be an acting career? Did you know it was going to be a business?
Never. यार आप स्कूल में होते हो ना, क्लैरिटी.
But something of your own, बस इतना था.
मुझे खुद को पोस्टर्स पे देखना है, मुझे फेमस बनना है, कुछ एक्टिंग के बारे में नहीं पता, बस मुझे था कि I want to be the person that I'm an attention seeker, I would say.
Okay.
Not really. Because I think I was so young and I never got any attention. My brother was having his own troubles.
Right.
My mom, my dad, everybody was doing something of their own, and like I've had a troubled background which I don't want to talk about, but those were the times that made me wanting to do something. I genuinely didn't have clarity, but even if I want to think, I think I would just make my cutouts and paste it in newspapers कि मैं newspapers में आऊँगी, but in the like fashion segment, not कि खबर में आ रही हूँ मैं कि I killed somebody.
सही है. तो बॉम्बे पहुंच गए and you've like left school कि चलो the journey of you getting out of.
नहीं, मैं एग्जाम्स देने वापस गई थी guys. मैं 12वीं पास हूँ. मैंने ग्रेजुएशन भी की धक्के से.
हाँ. But tell us about the journey or the challenges of trying to make it as an actress.
So I was a working actor at the age of 17.
Wow.
Imagine, I just reached and I was acting, and फिर मेरे को एक और टीवी शो मिल गया. दोनों जल्दी खत्म हो गए, तो मैं मतलब अभी भी यंगी थी, तो मैंने कुछ एड्स करनी स्टार्ट कर दिया. स्टार्ट लविंग एड्स. मेरे को टेलीविजन नहीं इतना ज़्यादा करना था उस वक्त. मुझे लगा कुछ डिफरेंट करते हैं, एड्स करते हैं, क्योंकि एड्स में आपको हर कोई देख सकता है, आपके पोस्टर्स भी लगते हैं, और you get to work with big directors also.
Okay.
So like I worked with some of the, like Shimit Amin, the guy who made Chak De. I did an ad with him, with Virat Kohli in it. Did that, worked with Milan Luthria, like big directors in ads. So I was like, I want to do something like that. I want to work with big directors, and I realized I enjoy acting. I love being in front of the camera. So I studied acting a little. I did summer courses. I went to RADA in London to do a summer course. Whatever money I saved up with ads. I did many workshops, acting workshops, did a little bit of theatre, produced a play. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
So there's this very cool festival, Thespo.
Yeah.
When you're under 25, you can participate in Prithvi Theatre in Mumbai. So उसके लिए हमने play किया. हम तीन plays के लिए मैंने submit किया. Different 3 plays. तीनों रिजेक्ट हो गए. So मेरे को एक बहुत पसंद था, तो I was like कि इसको मैं खुद ही प्रोड्यूस कर लेती हूँ, क्योंकि इसमें मेरा दिल बहुत था. So produced that, did a little bit of theatre, did few Punjabi films. No, मतलब हम पूरा तैयार करते हैं प्ले, फिर हम प्ले हम उनके सामने जजेस के सामने करते हैं. They get like 100 odd entries. They pick only 7 or 10 which get to perform at Prithvi stage. मतलब like it's a Thespo festival. Right. Anyway, so under 25 के लिए होता है. You are under 25. तो मैंने 2-3 साल ट्राई किया, सब बार रिजेक्ट हो गया. I was doing Punjabi films also. Yeah. And फिर वेब शो स्टार्ट हो गए. सो बिकॉज आई डिडंट वांट टू डू टेलीविजन और एड्स. कूल होती थी, बट एड्स में इतना टाइम काम नहीं करते. आप एक दिन करते हो, यू गेट आउट ऑफ द एड.
Right.
So yeah, then I just did web shows. I've done a few web shows now.
And was it tough, like figuring this out? Because there are friends of mine who are actors. Audition जाना पड़ता है, कुछ control में नहीं है whether you will get the role, not get the role. So was this journey, while you did so many things, in what way was it challenging?
I don't know. I think how you take it, because I kind of knew this is the process, right? Rejection is a part of the process.
Right.
You're not going to get every project you audition for. You might be replaced from a project. I think how you prepare yourself, not that because I think what outside people know is that either it's too hard or it's like a cake for some, right? But it's like any other job you do. You just get to be famous out of this job. Some become very famous, some don't. It's like some people will become a CEO of a company and some would stay at a staff level.
Right.
So it's about how you approach
You're
it,
saying,
how
you're
big
saying
are
it's the
your
nature of that
dreams.
industry. उसमें
Yeah, so वो
उससे आप
मेरे
fight
को
नहीं कर
इतना
सकते.
नहीं difficult लगता. मुझे लगता है
Got
it is rather doing business is harder. I genuinely feel doing business harder because there are so many compliances, there are so many things. I think I find business harder than acting because I think शायद मैंने जल्दी start किया तो I was accustomed to these things. You know?
बिजनेस की बात कर रहे हैं तो आई रिमेंबर व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग रिसर्च ऑन योर स्टोरी कि आपको आइडिया 2016 में आया था व्हेन यू सेड विग दादा वालों का जो विग था वो बहुत हैवी और एक्सपेंसिव था बट दैट वाज जस्ट एन आइडिया एंड इट ओनली क्रिस्टलाइज्ड आई मीन यू स्टार्टेड ऑन इट व्हेन अ प्रोडक्शन हाउस रिफ्यूज्ड टू पे फॉर some hair
so
attachments,
I think
right?
it came out a little wrong. हुआ ये था कि मैं एक अपनी मूवी का प्रमोशन कर रही थी और उस टाइम पे ना अचानक से मैंने and I was not happy. I had chopped off my hair. मैंने इतने छोटे कर दिए थे because ऐसा होता है. I think when you're unhappy ना you take it out on your hair. Women do this a lot. Anything with haircut, women when they do haircuts, haircut is hard for a woman. Okay, she won't just chop off her hair. Do ask a woman that if she's okay because there must be something that's bothering her if she's cut her hair. So I cut my hair.
Okay.
So I cut my hair really short and I was doing the promotions and back in the day अभी 5-6 साल पहले तो मतलब हीरोइंस के बाल लंबे सुंदर होने चाहिए तब भी आप हीरोइन हो तो मुझे बड़ा बुरा लगता तब कोई भी एक्ट्रेस ने इतने छोटे बाल रखे नहीं हुए थे या फिर मेरे माइंड में एक आइडिया था तो मुझे बाल चाहिए थे और मैंने मांगे उन्होंने नहीं दिए मुझे तो मुझे लगा कि यार मेरे को तभी सच्ची लगा कि यार मेरे को काफ़ी टाइम से माइंड में था कि मुझे बिजनेस करना है अपना बट किस चीज़ का करना है वो क्लैरिटी मुझे तब
एंड दिस बिजनेस आइडिया हैड सॉर्ट ऑफ इमर्ज्ड अलोंग द वे ऑन योर जर्नी एज एन एक्ट्रेस कि बिजनेस करना है ये कहाँ से आया बिजनेस करना है
आई डोंट नो एक्चुअली मैं ना ये बड़ा वियर्ड इंसिडेंट था मतलब मैं एक ऐड कर रही थी शूट और उसमें ना एक लड़की थी शी वॉज वर्किंग फॉर Unilever, Hindustan Unilever, as something. She had her business. She was modeling in it, and she gave me the clarity. Looking at her, I want to be this.
She was part of the crew.
She was acting. We were sharing the same vanity van.
Okay.
So we were both in the same ad, and she was kind of the moment which I was like कि मैं भी क्यों नहीं कर सकती तब से मेरे माइंड में चलने लगे तो मैं बिजनेस करूंगी अपना खुद का कुछ खोलूंगी बिकॉज शी इंस्पायर्ड मी अ लॉट वो वहां लैपटॉप लेकर आई थी
Are you friends? Are you still friends?
No, and in fact she doesn't even know that I told her name is Asima Mirza. She started her brand Neemly, which was 6-7 years ago. It was one of the first brands which were making very organic soaps and scrubs, coffee scrubs before M Caffeine and everyone else stepped in. मुझे यही तो करना था मुझे क्लैरिटी मिल गई तो फिर वो फरवरी में ही हुआ मुझे माइंड में रहा कि मुझे अपना बिजनेस करना है कुछ तो करूंगी तो 2-3 एस्पेक्ट्स थे जिससे मुझे पता था कि हेयर एक्सटेंशन करूंगी एंड वो एक पर्टिकुलर डे था जिस दिन मैंने डिसाइड किया कि मैं I started calling around and started arranging like raw hair and stuff.
What was that particular day? What happened that particular day?
I was shooting for Lifebuoy in Bangkok. A makeup artist was doing my eye makeup. I asked him that, do you think hair extension is a great business to do? And you know what he said? He said, I had a friend. She does eyelashes. I did her makeup once. Her name is Huda. And now she's killing it. And 6 years ago, she had also just started Huda Beauty. She started with eyelashes.
Right.
That gave me goosebumps. And he gave me the courage कि तू कर सकती है start.
Wow.
And मैं India आई. मैं उस वक्त प्रमोशन
आपकी वैनिटी वैन मेकअप मोमेंट्स काफी फंडामेंटल है
yeah but I was getting ready and when you're getting ready you are just so vulnerable because they can see you so up and close they can see your pores they can see everything about you and you're talking to them that's how a lot of makeup artists and actresses they become friends because it's such a personal thing so that gave me goosebumps कि हुडा तब मेरे को हुडा ब्यूटी नहीं पता मैंने हुडा ब्यूटी को सर्च किया आई फॉलोइंग 2 people in business हुडा ब्यूटी एंड काइली मेरे इंस्पिरेशंस ये दोनों थे
And then you said you started calling
for raw hair material. So ऐसा कुछ I started making first.
I was waiting for that.
I started with this. So mama could stitch on a sewing machine.
Yeah.
And I could stitch the clips with hand. So that's how we would do it. So first we made very bad ones, but then eventually I got to this level.
Actually, when I was studying your business, I was very curious. Like, how does this work? Where do people source human hair from? Like, what is the supply chain of human hair?
So, मैं सीक्रेट्स नहीं शेयर करूँगी.
सीक्रेट्स नहीं, आप ऊपरी बात बताइए.
So India is the biggest place where people donate hair.
Okay.
Right? So when I was also looking for hair extensions, I couldn't find anything online. And I was like, ये तो बड़ा ही मुश्किल है hair, और अगर इन दादाज वगैरह से लो तो 40,000 के देते हैं same extension.
Like something like this.
Yes, very expensive.
Wow. Huh.
Very expensive. एंड सो इंडिया में जितने भी अच्छे बाल होते हैं ना, या तो वो अफ्रीका जाते हैं या यूएस जाते हैं. इंडिया में कोई रख नहीं रहा था बाल अच्छे वाले. सो मैंने कहा मुझे मंगाना शुरू करना चाहिए. सो आई कॉलिंग फॉर लॉट्स ऑफ हेयर pieces and started doing something.
You just call a hair supplier.
So found few hair suppliers, did my little research. So बहुत करोड़ों के टेंडर लगते हैं रॉ हेयर के. ओके, उनमें से फिर कुछ गिने चुने लोग होते हैं जो डिवाइड करते हैं उतने 1000 करोड़ का जो टेंडर है. तो मैं उनसे बाल खरीदती हूँ. फिर मैंने अब फिगर आउट कर लिया कैसे बनाते हैं, तो मैंने बनाए. फिर मैंने और सीखना शुरू किया. फिर पीपल वुड कम टू मी, अ लॉट ऑफ आंटीज वुड कम टू मी. फिर मैंने फ्ली मार्केट से स्टार्ट किया, फ्ली मार्केट एग्जीबिशंस में लगाना. ऑनलाइन nishhair.com आई टुक इट. I listed 3 main products. Bangs. Can we Blinkit it? We have bangs on Blinkit. Do you know that? I have bangs on Blinkit.
Let's try it. Maybe we can just blink and see if it appears.
Yeah.
So on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
It's here. Cool. So I had listed only 2-3 products on Blinkit. This donut is still a new product. Wait, let me show you bangs. The first bangs we made. So this I made for girls. Those who, even if they were feeling sad, they won't cut the bangs and then regret it.
But जब तक काटोगे तब तक अच्छी फीलिंग नहीं आएगी ना, सेम फीलिंग आएगी नहीं. फेक बैंग से कैसे आएगी वाली फीलिंग?
मतलब क्या होता है ना, बैंग्स कट कर दो उस दिन तो बड़ा वैसा लगता है चेंज द लाइफ. 2 दिन बाद लगता है क्यों कट करी. So मैंने, even though I was having a midlife crisis, not midlife crisis, but I was having a panic moment and I cut my hair. मैंने bangs नहीं कट करी, मैंने bangs बनाई. So these are your bangs. So I listed 2-3 products only. I started with bangs. I'll see myself in this if I can. Yeah. So I started with bangs, then clip-in extensions, and there was one more innovative product, which was if somebody doesn't want to clip, because I was still doing another show, a television show called POW. It was on Star Plus before the web series trend started. That show was very much like a web series. So there I was playing this Pakistani Kashmiri girl. So I was like, long hair I need. So I made a product, because when you're shooting for TV, na, there are longer hours you shoot, and then itne clips laga ke na, you can't shoot. So I made something like a halo hair, which is with a string. So you just wear it and remove it. It just comes off like that. So
जब भी आप कोई business शुरू करते हो, there is this trepidation, there is this fear कि अब चलेगा नहीं चलेगा, क्या होगा. So when you spoke to this the person who was doing was reading you for the act, and then आपने source करके कुछ stitch किया, but what did you expect will happen when you just started? What were you expecting and what did happen?
So कोई order तो नहीं आया.
मतलब you put it on Nish.
मैंने nishhair.com बना दिया. मैंने फोटो शूट कर लिया, विक्स पे खुद वेबसाइट बना ली.
विक्स पे
मैंने 3 साल का .com भी खरीद लिया, क्योंकि मुझे पता 3 साल तो मैं चला लूंगी. मतलब मुझे इतना पता था कि किसी को पता तो है नहीं ये प्रोडक्ट क्या होता है.
राइट.
इन केस मैंने फेलियर के बारे में सोचा नहीं. मैंने ये सोचा अगर फेल हो गया इसको पता ही नहीं चलेगा.
राइट.
क्योंकि मैं वर्ड ऑफ माउथ मार्केटिंग ही कर रही थी, ऊपरी मार्केट करने के तो पैसे थे नहीं.
राइट.
एंड आई लिटरली बेट ओनली 1 month का रेंट टू स्टार्ट दिस.
ओके.
लिटरली
that was the cost of your material.
Yeah. मैंने मतलब पहले तो मैंने सिर्फ 5,000 के रॉ मटेरियल खरीदा. सिर्फ 5,000 का. स्टार्टिंग 5,000 से हुई थी. और मुझे पता लगा था कि मतलब मेरे घर के पास कोई एक एरिया है, मैंने कहीं ढूंढा था, वहाँ पे बंडल मिल सकता है. जो पहला मैंने रॉ मटेरियल खरीदा, आई ट्रैवल्ड ऑल द वे, बड़ी दूर गलियों में जाके किसी शेडी मॉल से मैंने एक बंडल खरीदा था. मुझे याद है 2500 के 2 बंडल्स खरीदे थे, और फिर थोड़ा सामान लिया एंड स्टिच्ड इट. एंड मुझे लगा कि बताती हूँ लोगों को, जो मिलेगा उसको बताऊंगी, ज़्यादा से क्या करना, निकाल के दिखा दूंगी. they'll be like wow. So I started doing this for auditions. मैं auditions में जाती थी, and now if it's an audition for Sunsilk or somebody, so they want your hair to look gorgeous, so I would wear hair extension on purpose. I would be like रियल हेयर या हेयर एक्सटेंशंस पहन सकती हूँ. मैं निकालती थी और लाइन में लड़कियां वेट करती थी, लाइक वाओ व्हाट इज दिस. आई सेड आई मेक इट.
What a cool way to market it.
So I did that, and a lot of women got interested. And once I went to L'Oreal's office. Again, they were casting
At this
for
point,
something.
you haven't sold any yet.
नहीं, one, two.
But not online. But WhatsApp पे, website से.
WhatsApp भी तभी इतना, I don't think WhatsApp पे सेल होती थी ऐसे कोई. मैंने Instagram बना लिया था, वीडियोस में डाल देती थी, प्रोडक्ट का फोटो शूट कर लिया था, प्रोडक्ट लिस्ट हो गया था, कुछ लोगों को बता के किया, कुछ लोगों ने ऑनलाइन शुरू किया. And then on Instagram, if somebody would DM, I would request them, let's do a video call and I'll tell you.
Oh, wow.
So they would do a video call and I would tell them, so trust was there कि भागेगी नहीं हमारा, क्योंकि तब 1000 followers
Why
नहीं
did
थे.
you choose to do a video call? ये आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
मेरे पे ऊपर वाले का हाथ है.
वो तो I can tell. But a lot of entrepreneurs, आपको Instagram का DM आएगा, you will give them the link, right?
नहीं, मैंने सोचा क्यों नहीं मैंने यहीं पे पकड़ लूँ. मैंने
You wanted to do direct sales at that
moment. मेरे को
moment.
बेचना ही था, वो मैंने इतनी मेहनत से बनाया प्रोडक्ट, मैं बेचूं क्यों नहीं. So मैं वहीं पे उन्हें कहती थी, I'll video call you. और let's arrange a video call, voice note भेज के बोलती थी, so that they know they're talking to a woman, they're not talking to any brando. And Nish के followers, I think 900 थे. So I would send them voice notes, send them my videos saying, hey, thanks for messaging Sakshi, I can...
And how did they find your Instagram page?
Because उस वक्त hair extension India hashtag डालते थे, सिर्फ मैं ही आती थी.
Okay.
तो कोई था ही नहीं hashtag hair extension India पे, तो I utilized hashtags. And yeah, I would just talk to them and I would try to tell them that what this is, because what took time was educating people about hair extensions. Because conceal करना होता है under eye, तो you conceal with makeup, right? Which is normal.
Yeah.
Same, अगर hair loss हो रहा है और आपको conceal करना है, तो why feel ashamed of that?
Yeah.
So I wanted to change that.
Actually, that is something I want to talk to you about, because see, a lot of marketing is just telling people about what your product is. You are creating a category. In आपके case में education was marketing, and I looked up. I mean, in every video of yours that I watched about Nish, you're so generously, so happily telling them कि ये भी हो सकता है, ऐसी parting भी हो सकती है. How did you have this insight that इस business की तोड़ education है, सिखाना पड़ेगा लोगों को?
Because नहीं पता था लोगों को hair extension के बारे में, उन्हें पता नहीं था what it can do, and I loved hair extensions. मैंने मतलब शूट्स के लिए यूज करती थी, मुझे इतना अच्छा फील होता था लगा के, I would feel so cool, like I'm somebody special. You know, I felt if I can feel that, why can't I give this feeling to others? और सिर्फ फोटो डाल के, प्रोडक्ट के बारे में लिख के, I used everything in my Instagram or with my marketing that I wanted to see or I wanted to experience from a brand. Right? अगर मुझे नहीं पसंद ब्लॉग्स पढ़ना, मैंने वेबसाइट ब्लॉग्स नहीं डाले, बाद में लोगों ने कहा एसईओ के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, तो मैंने फिर लिखवाने शुरू कर दिए. You know, so मुझे नहीं पसंद थे ब्लॉग्स, मुझे ईमेलर्स नहीं पसंद, मैं अभी तक मार्केटिंग ईमेलर्स नहीं भेजती हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं पसंद है ईमेल्स देखना ब्रांड के बारे में. इट बॉदर्स मी, मेरा ब्लॉग होता है वो. सो मुझे लगा मुझे इंस्टाग्राम पे रहना पसंद है, मुझे वीडियोस देखना पसंद है. मैंने किसी को भी उन्हें बहुत हेयर एक्सटेंशंस के बारे में देखा, कोई लगाना नहीं सिखाता था, बट इंस्टाग्राम पे आई वुड मेक दीज क्विक वीडियोस एंड शो, बिकॉज द मोमेंट कस्टमर डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड ना, दे वोंट बाय इट. And I wanted sales, not that I wanted money, but I wanted sales, a number that would make me feel, yes, I created something cool. You know? I think that was my main drive.
I was just speaking to one of my colleagues and I told her about your business and I said, will you use it? If you have to streak your hair, what will you do? She said, मैं तो color करा लूँगी.
Yes.
I said, is it because you'll only use it if at some point in the future your hair starts thinning? She said, maybe. वैसे भी मैं try करना चाहती हूँ, but it's somewhere on the bucket list. It is not a top of my list to try.
Yes.
Right? So I imagine one of the use cases for your product is women whose hair are thinning and they want to conceal. But that is आपको तो just as a fashion accessory भी आप बेचना चाहते हो, right?
But if I talk about my numbers, my 60% is extensions and color strands and bangs, and 40% is hair loss products.
Got it.
So it's a mix of both and keeps on shifting. Because I think there's एक तो इतनी ज़्यादा population है. मेरा target है, मुझे अगर 1% of Indian audience mil jaye, men, women, whatever, once I start products for men, just 1% of India, if they become my consumers, I'm sorted.
How do you convince someone who assumes कि नहीं ये नहीं चाहिए मुझे, besides education, besides कि लगाते कैसे हैं?
That's true. So what I do, I'm doing interactive videos for sure. But then some trending things I make, वो आपके Instagram पे कभी ना कभी तो आ ही जाएगा.
अच्छा,
you know,
like
कुछ
what's
तो
the
आ ही जाएगा. जैसे I would be just like
number 2.
This is what you do if you want color and you don't want to damage your hair, because you know color damages your hair. That's where I get you.
So this colleague was like, अगर मुझे कुछ adventurous करना होगा, so then I'll try it.
But this is easy peasy, right?
Yes,
a girl wants to party, she wants a yellow Blinkit hair, yellow and green hair. And then morning, girls are finicky, okay? We girls are finicky, we girls are impulsive, we are hyper. We want one thing today, we don't want it tomorrow. So it's for those girls. And I'm saying, मेरे को वो 1% चाहिए. ये दूसरी 1% अपनी अगली 1% को खुद ले आती हैं. Nish has been only word of mouth.
Right.
But anyway, maybe that's what I should think of, how I could get them. But then I'm also making products which are not just for hair, like there are hair powders, hairline powder. There's one more product, and I am making a hair perfume which is for everybody.
Hair perfume?
Yes.
Wow.
So hair perfume would be for everybody. Why don't you, like, whoever we meet, we hug them and they're like, oh, your hair smells so good. So I'll be like, it's Nish hair perfume. So I hope I can get the other kind of people too. Maybe I don't have a plan as yet, but I try to tell them that hair color is also still, I mean, there are girls who don't like commitment, right? So unke liye this is commitment free.
So when I see you build this business and when I've seen your work online, ऐसा लगता है आप मस्ती कर रहे हो. You know, this business has been absolute fun for you, right? But you make it look easy, but it can't be easy, right? What has been some real challenges you had to navigate in building this business and bringing it to where it is today?
There have been challenges, but I don't know. Whenever somebody asks me, isme kya I'm a person who's glass full. You know, I don't see it. It's half. I'm a glass half full, not half empty. Sorry, I'm the full. Actually,
full. Half भी है तो और पानी डाल देंगे
half
इसमें.
में और पानी. I don't know. I never spent time thinking about there were these hardships. In that moment, yes, I'm like, oh God, life is over. But right now,
what was one of those moments?
Like, for example, my website, website pay, there was this issue that payment gateway I didn't have, and in between only RBI guidelines के हिसाब से Razorpay or anybody wasn't issuing new people, and I was stuck with another payment gateway which I had, and I needed to make a new one, get a new one. I couldn't get one. For 15 days, I ran my website only on cash on delivery because I didn't have a payment gateway, and this is this February. So imagine that kind of problem, because I've not studied business, तो कई problems आ जाती हैं जो मुझे नहीं पता होती कैसे करनी है.
फिर कैसे, मतलब, do you have friends who are also business owners whom you reach out to? How do you solve those problems?
So I put up on Instagram, those are my friends. I say, hi guys, I'm looking for help, please help me. वो देख के कुछ 15 लोगों ने कॉल कर दिया, अरे तुमने कॉल क्यों नहीं किया? मैं कहा, at least you called me. At least I figured out I have this problem, because उस वक्त समझ नहीं आता who to call when you are just in a problem and you don't know what to do at that point. So there have been problems like I don't know a lot about tech, you know. मेरे को नहीं आता incorporate करना. Inventory management is one thing I struggle with, but I'm talking to now software people, companies. So when I do those meetings, I'm like, can you make it a little more fun for me to understand? Teach me like I'm 3-year-old. So then they try really hard, so there are a few challenges, but I think I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And if you aren't having fun, your business will not be so fun, and people won't want to be a part of it, right? I think I make people happy with my business, and that's my whole thing. If I'm not happy, I can't make you happy.
Right. I think that when I looked at your website, it's so different from any other e-commerce site, right? You don't have photos. Every product has you, and you are. But that draws you in, right? So I think starting with someone who didn't have any business conventions to work from, like you said, you said what would appeal to me. And then you created that.
Yes.
I'm just saying that your business right now it's a new category. I think you've created great content presence. It's you are one of the most, I would say, friendly brands in the space who is doing that. So जो आपके current product line है उसकी growth का तो it's already gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I get it what
So
you're saying.
what is like a bigger vision for Nish Hair?
I would want, I mean, I do take pride in it that I did normalize hair extensions with just my content. Now the whole thing is that letting people feel comfortable, more and more people, because a lot of people do need it, but they still are not comfortable to experiment that.
Okay,
right?
Why is that?
Because they are worried that it could not look real or not. Also, real hair are slightly expensive, right? So in smaller towns also, I'm not, मतलब cancer तो किसी भी शहर में किसी को भी हो सकता है ना. So chemo wigs, those which look the most real, are slightly expensive also.
Okay.
So I wish in future if I can make them more accessible, I can figure out a way to, because cancer is such a big thing, alopecia is such a big thing, जिसमें hair loss होता है. And whenever you get sick, any medicines we take, it attacks your autoimmune system, which attacks your hair the first thing, which not many know. A lot of time hair loss is happening because either you're on heavy medication, or for girls PCOS, PCOD, then you lose hair. So there's so many aspects. So I just want these people to know that Nish Hair has got your back, to reach more and more and more people. And I think in a way Shark Tank took me to many households.
Right.
बहुत घर घर में लोगों को पता लग गया कि एक ऐसा एक प्रोडक्ट है जो आप ऐसे लगा लो, ऐसे निकाल दो और ये रियल लग सकता है क्योंकि इतने लोगों ने देख लिया उसे. तो वहां मेरी बहुत हेल्प होगी. अब बस सोचना है इसे आगे और कैसे लेके जा सकते हैं, मैं हर शहर में प्रेजेंट हो सकूं एज अ प्लान.
Have you thought about channels? जैसे आप most of your business right now is from Nish Hair's website, but ऐसे बहुत सारे customers होंगे who would want it. Yes, so Blinkit is one. What about retail? Is that something you're exploring?
Yes, I am. I have just opened up in Jaipur a corner with a salon.
Okay.
So what I want to do, I opened up with salons only because I am still a one brain, right? I cannot be present everywhere. So Gurgaon is one next stop where I want to check out, explore.
Yeah.
So every city, first I want to be in where people can try on these products to know they can look real.
Yeah.
That's one step. By being on quick commerce like Blinkit is one plan to be in more cities कि अगर आपको चाहिए तो आपको तुरंत मिल जाए. You know?
Right.
वही चाहिए होता है हमें कि हम blink करें और आ जाए हमारा product, because who likes to wait? So that is one thing. And बाकी I'm still figuring out. I think I'm somebody who's so instinctive and impulsive. Yeah, it's sad that I don't have a plan.
But it has worked out so far.
Worked out so far, yes.
You said you're one brain, but you run it with your mother, right? The business?
Yeah, but she takes care of कि time पे सिल रहा है कि नहीं सिल रहा है.
अच्छा.
वो बालों के जो experiments हैं वो मम्मा शुरू में करते, but she's also, you know, not so young to.
Do you have a workshop now where all the production happens?
Yeah, we have one place only where we manufacture. We have our operations team, and we also have a retail area. So it's a little bigger office now. I moved out of my house finally in February. So अभी building में, पहले building में घर में office था.
हाँ.
अभी office है.
Which I was going to ask you, do you also have plans to introduce products for men?
I get this asked a lot and the answer is yes.
Okay. What is going to be the first product?
First is this unisex product, hair line powder. Then of course hair toppers is the main thing for men. अब color strands तो नहीं बनाऊंगी उनके लिए मैं. So yeah. So
PG.
Yes, AG.
What do you want to tell a customer who's never tried Nish Hair yet? And what do you want to tell budding entrepreneurs who look at your story and are inspired to do their own thing?
I'll just tell all the men and women who are planning to start their business first is find something you are passionate about, because if you are not, you know, if your heart is not in it, don't do it for the money. Money will be the byproduct of it. automatically, and then you'll have so much of it you won't know what to do. So do something that you're genuinely passionate about, and you can clearly see where you're going to take it. Like, I don't know how I'll take it, but I'll make it 1,000 crore company one day, right?
Amen.
And I will, and there is so much potential. कितने Indians हैं और कितने लोगों के बाहर
काफी बार passion leads you astray as well, right?
It does. Why not? It does. Blindly मत करो. स्टार्ट स्मॉल. मैंने देखा है लोगों को ना बिजनेस करना होता है कि अरे पापा मैं ये बिजनेस करने वाला हूँ, पापा पैसे दे दो, पापा से पैसे तो ले लिए. अब पहले सोच लेते हैं कि वील गो बिग, विच इज सच अ रॉन्ग थिंग. स्टार्ट स्मॉल, do it at a smaller stage first, and then go big with hiring more and more people. I don't know, if you're passionate about something, you'll get the same people who are at a high salary to a little low, because they will ride on your passion and bring something, and then you can give them ESOP or whatever you want eventually.
सब तो सीख गए हो आप.
मैं सब सीख गई हूँ. Shit. So my plan is, मतलब पूरे पैसे शुरू में मत लगा दो. मेरा कहने की बात यही है कि आप नया बिजनेस कर रहे हो ना, शुरू में सब पैसे मत लगा दो. Start small, do something you're passionate about, money will come, because आप शुरू में पैसे लगा दोगे फिर you'll be like अरे ना तो सेल आ रही है, पैसे भी खत्म हो गए, मोटिवेशन भी मर जाएगी, and then business भी मर जाएगा. So don't do that. Just start small. And what I want to tell my customers who
haven't tried Nish
hair yet, try it. जैसे हम अपने चेहरे को कंसील कर लेते हैं ना, कि अगर एक पिंपल आ गया या अंडर आई कवर करना है, कितनी कूलली कर लेते हैं. So this is a makeup for your hair. So why not?
That's cool. Makeup for your hair. I like it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Parul, for taking the time to speak with us today. It's Nish hair. Please try it. It works.